It appears that workers who earn tips may soon get a tax break. The U.S. Senate voted yesterday to advance a bill that would eliminate federal taxes on tips. It passed unanimously, and its supporters say it will almost certainly become law. Alex Gangitano, White House reporter here at The Hill, joins us to discuss. Hi, Alex. So this was brought to the Senate floor by Jacky Rosen. She's a Democratic senator from Nevada, but it fulfills a campaign promise of Donald Trump.
That's right. This is a really interesting policy idea. It was first introduced by President Trump on the campaign trail last year, and it's gained a lot of traction since then. It was one of his main campaign promises, but then we saw former Vice President Harris actually campaign on it too and say we should have no taxes on tips. Come January, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas was the person to actually introduce the bill in the Senate. And then it came down to Jacky Rosen, a Democrat from Nevada, as you mentioned, who actually brought this up on the floor last night via unanimous consent, which basically means that anybody could block it. But it ended up quickly being able to pass the Senate, really showing that became a bipartisan issue as soon as Trump announced this idea. It seemed like Democrats thought, well, this is a great idea too, especially Democrats with a lot of workers in their states who live off of tips, like a state like Nevada, which caused Jacky Rosen to jump on board with this.
Yeah, who doesn't love a tax cut? The House is also working on a similar version. It applies to tipped wages up to $25,000. After that, you got to pay taxes, and it's only for workers who make less than $160,000 per year. The Committee for a Responsible Budget says it'll cost the government up to $250 billion over the next 10 years. Not going to help our debt and deficits that lawmakers, especially Republicans, say are so important.
That's right. This is something that is going to cost the government money, but it's also one of the things that this White House leans on a lot when they talk about how they're saving money for the American consumer. So they're basically saying this is something that's going to help with putting more money in your pocket. No taxes on tips. They also talk a lot about no taxes on Social Security. These are all things that they're saying, this will make America rich again, which is something that the president campaigned on. Whether it will actually appease some, Republican fiscal hawks who don't want to add anything to the deficit, that's the issue. There's obviously a fight in the House right now about government spending as they try to work through the reconciliation package. But this is something that could be included in that one big, beautiful bill that the president is pushing, or it could be something that passes the House in another form. But it is expected to pass the House either way.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of an impact this will actually have. I worked in restaurants when I was in college, and little secret, the people who serve there often already don't pay taxes on their tips. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Alex Gangitano, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Drew.